So I built this manor in the last video, and as awesome and huge as it is, it's not completely finished yet. But that's perfectly fine because I don't really need to finish all of this all at once. I kind of want to let the ideas keep flowing over time. But I did post a short kind of filling in some of these rooms and making it look so, you know, vacant. But one thing I forgot to mention is that I actually did go ahead and build a storage system down here, which is definitely going to be very helpful for today's video. It's nothing fancy, but we do have most of the blocks I like to use in survival, and as I obtain new blocks, I'll kind of just add them to the collection. Now, the main goal for today's video is to get a lot of work done in the city, mainly when it comes to roads, and then I also want to add some buildings as well. I think as of now, we have a total of three buildings. Yes, 3 buildings in the city. We gotta get those numbers up, guys. We gotta get those numbers up. I want to sleep real quick because it's getting dark. There we go. Man, these alleyways, guys. Listen. I'm gonna just fill you guys in on what happened over the time. Summarize everything. I did some work on the manor. We did not do the garage yet, but I did make a storage system, which is super cool. And I accidentally released all the alleyways that were in the bottom of the 5th wheel that I built in the first episode. Yeah, these guys kind of escaped. See, there's another one just flew out the door. Yeah, that was a mistake, but we have officially moved out of here. I forgot to mention that too. Yeah, we're done with this place, and we don't even need this portal anymore. Boom, we are no longer living in the bottom of the 5th wheel. If you guys hear alleyways, just know that they're kind of just around running rampant until they eventually settle down. Give me that. But yes, we have a lot of work to do. This part of the road isn't finished. We have all of this to do. These are kind of like plans that I made a while ago, but this is basically how the curve is going to work around this water. I mentioned this in the like a couple of episodes ago, I think, that I want to have a curved road sort of going around this water, and this is exactly what this is doing. However, we got to fill it in, and also we need to go ahead and probably put some boats in here at some point, because I definitely want to have some boats on the lake. This road isn't finished. This overpass is finished. That one's not finished. And obviously we can keep going this way with this road. So yeah, we have a lot of work to do. It's going to be a doozy. Now, one super cool thing I want to show you guys is just how much gravel I have access to now. I forgot how good the code farm actually is, and I completely forgot that piglins do actually drop gravel. I even made a storage like sort of system for gravel especially, and it's a good thing that I chose so many storage spots for that, because I think we're full. Yeah, right on up here we got where is it? Here we go. We have 5 rows of 6. And I'm not gonna lie, all these are full. I did come grab some gravel and put them in my storage already. But yeah, these all the way down are just all full of gravel, which is really cool. I did use quartz for the actual, storage room, so that's not gonna be completely full yet. But when it comes to developing roads, gravel is clearly not gonna be an issue. I just gotta get some sand, and I'm pretty sure I already have an ink farm since I made one of those in a previous episode. So road development is going to be very easy. I was going to go creative and start designing some buildings, but I just don't know what style I'm going for, and it's really easy to know ahead of time where I initially want the buildings before I actually design the style. So right now I have no idea where I want to have a building. I might want to add one here. I was thinking about a small building here, but I don't know. This space could just be filled with more trees. So yeah, I'm still figuring things out here. But guys, I think we're going to start things off with this road here. I think I remember I did not make this road correctly, maybe? Like there is a spot. Yeah, I think I see it here. This spot isn't right. I think it's supposed to go out instead of in or something like that. This curve might be redone, but yeah, this is what we're going to work on first. Alright guys, so we got this road pretty much done. We got to add the other like markings in the road for this side, but for the most part this is done, and we did do some terraforming and some tree building, and I've come to the decision that I think I kind of want to change some things in the city, and the main thing I want to change is the trees. We have a bit of a variety of trees here, and so far we decided to call this Pinecrest City. So the idea of this is, yeah, it's just Pinecrest City. We mostly want this place to be made of like a sort of pine tree. As you can see, we have birch trees, we have smaller, like, I guess, somewhat pine trees. We have oak trees, we have acacia trees, and other like spruce more looking. We have these trees, but they're kind of just like all over the place, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I like this too much. I think I want to keep things a little bit more uniform in this area at least. Maybe like later on, if we move over to a different district of the city or some sort of other area, we can start adding more variety. But I think for this area specifically, since there's so many mountains, it would only make sense that there's a lot of pine, pine trees. So therefore, we very well may be doing a whole reconstruction with the type of tree here. That's going to be like native to this area, I guess you could say. Me personally, I've always been a really big fan of just the pine tree look, but I want to go for something a bit more like taller, like redwood forest type style, like these guys, but obviously a way better looking. I'm going to actually build them, myself. And yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking going for here, because I don't know, guys. Listen, I don't know if it's just me. I come from Bedrock Edition, okay? And on Bedrock Edition, Minecraft just doesn't look like this. I don't know like how to explain it. I think it's the anti-aliasing, but like the game, like this, me looking at this right now. Hold on, let me remove my stuff. Yeah, me looking at this right now, it just looks congested. I don't know how else to like say it. It's just a lot of green, and it's okay. I like green, but something just looks wrong. I genuinely can't like, I don't know. My brain can't come with the words of what I'm trying to say. But yeah, I think I want to change some things. That's fine, that's why we play Minecraft. That's why we can break blocks as much as we can place them. We're probably going to be doing some reconstruction, maybe at some point, maybe today's episode. I don't know. We'll see. I'm probably going to try to figure out some designs for some new trees, because yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling this way right now. I'm going to be honest. I think I want the trees here to be taller. I don't know, like really makes it feel like you are in Pinecrest Valley just as much as the name says it. Like it shouldn't be like, oh, why is it called Pinecrest Valley? Like it should be very, very obvious. So yeah, I'm thinking what we're gonna do though is we're not gonna do that quite yet. We might do that like to wrap things up later, because I do want to go ahead and start designing a building in this general area. Now, I did mention in the very first episode of the series that this is more so of an urban area, so we're not going to have a bunch of like buildings close together. Most of these are going to be quite spread out like they already have been, so I'm thinking we could add a building right around here maybe. I'm not sure exactly yet. Trying to survey the land and see like what we can do here. You can see we got some terraforming ideas here. We got to cover up this village because it looks really, really bad over here. It looks so bad. I don't know if you guys know what I was talking about with anti-aliasing. Like when I turn on shaders, the anti-aliasing almost goes away entirely. Which is one reason why I like playing in shaders, but also I feel like shaders makes things look a lot better than what they actually do. So I don't want to like lie to myself. But I know for a fact that if we do have one nice tall uniform like tree, this would all look better in my opinion. I think it'll look better. I don't think it's gonna go down. It's definitely gonna go up in like the sense of how it looks. Alright, the mountain range is finished. For the front, at least the back, not so much. Yeah, we're not gonna look back here. You may notice there's a bunch of iron golems just chilling out over here. The reason why is because we actually built this right over the iron golem farm and basically broke it. So now, yeah, iron golems just kind of spawn up here. These guys are still chilling though, which means we're gonna have to make a new iron farm because, well, oh. You are very scary. This guy can literally end my entire series with like 2 hits. Yeah, let me stay away from those guys. These guys look a little mean. Yeah, we gotta make a new iron farm. Preferably a building. I was gonna build it like in the mountain. I did that in one of my SMPs for Bedrock Edition with some of my friends. Basically made like an iron farm and a mob farm inside the mountain, which would work. However, I want more reasons to build actual buildings in the city, so therefore I think it'd be better to actually make a building instead of just hiding it behind this giant mountain. Which, by the way, yes, I am going to finish the back. I'm just not going to finish it now because there's no point. I'm probably not going to be working on this side of the city for a little while, maybe not for a couple of months. Same with the back of this house. Like, I'm not going to really do much with this right now. But later, once we get over here, we will definitely be doing some terraforming and some better designing. For now, this is where most of the action is going on. I do have to actually add these spruce trees like I mentioned earlier, but I think I want to make the building first. That way I know where the spruce trees can go. So yeah, I'm thinking what we're going to do is we're basically just going to add a building in this general vicinity. It's going to be kind of close to the street, but it's still going to give off that like rural style building. It's not going to look like super fancy or whatever. It's not going to be, super crunched up together like how the urban cities are. they're still going to give that rural feel. This might be the only building that's actually going to be in this area. So I think all of this might just be left as like forest. So like trees here and whatnot to kind of complement the mountain and the view. But yeah, I think a building right there would look kind of cool. Sadly, it would appear that I am all out of cactus. I only got a little bit of green dye. We're definitely going to have to go fly and grab some more. But the only issue is the desert is so far away. You know, I might actually have some cactus just sitting around here. And if I do, I might just make a small little cactus farm for now. It's actually been something I've been meaning to do, but I kind of just kept procrastinating. Dang, I don't think I have any. Yeah, I don't think we have a drop of cactus in here. Ooh. There's a tropical ocean here. That's good to know. I'm going to remember that because I might be using some of those things here soon. I've found the cactus. Can I? What? Use it? Oh. Nope. Shovel? Nope. Pickaxe? Nope. Okay, I'm back. And while I was on the way here, I was looking at some of the data packs I was talking about, and I don't know if I'm going to do some of them. I definitely want some of the mini heads. That's going to be cool. Like, basically, you can turn any block in the game into a small little, like, head and sit it on things. That's, like, completely decoratory, so I don't see that as, like, cheaty whatsoever. I think that's actually really cool. However, the one that basically turns all dirt into mud if you throw it into a cauldron, I feel like that might be cheaty only because mud requires wheat, I think. Oh, wait, no. Oh, wait, no. Mud does not require meat. What? Meat? Wheat. Mud doesn't require wheat. I think mud bricks require wheat. Or packed mud. Yeah, packed mud requires wheat. Okay, so in that case, I could actually use that one. I don't want it to, like, change the recipes. I just kind of want to change the process just a little bit. But I don't see one for terracotta. I thought there was one for terracotta, but apparently not. So I kind of just made that up. All right, we are just about done with the actual, little factory we got here. By the way, I don't know if I actually said this already, but this is actually a picture from a real-life reference of a actual, like, pretty ran-down factory. I'm not sure what year, like, what time it was made in, but it looks cool, and I feel like it fits the urban theme. I did kind of change the color up a little bit. We have more green. I don't think the actual original image had any green in it. I think it was just kind of black and white, so... yeah. Now, we didn't finish the building, per usual. This side's, for the most part, done. Like, I think I'm pretty happy with this wall. Even though it's very basic and it doesn't have much windows. It's supposed to be like a factory, so it's not supposed to have much, like, windows, I guess. We did not finish the back, and we just kind of got lazy and put a bunch of deep slate here. Now, I thought this would have looked good, but now that I'm looking at it, I don't think it looks that good. So I'm probably going to just finish it with actual green, and then have white here just to kind of add some contrast and a little bit of, break it up a little bit, not have the whole wall green. I actually add some other shapes and stuff in there to make that kind of come together better. Also, this wall needs to be finished. Like, I kind of ran out of green terracotta, so it's a lot more green concrete powder than I would hope for. And I also may do something else with this wall just to kind of break it up because it's a lot of just like flat green, not much dimension, not much depth. Oh, there's a zombie down here. But yeah, we're gonna get on that though a little bit later. I do want to go ahead and start slapping these trees in because that's kind of what I was initially supposed to do. But I wanted to build this first, that way I knew where the building was. That way when I build the trees, I know it's not going to be in the way. Now, one tree is supposed to be, I think, like here. So, oh, you know what? Did I even get spruce? I don't know if I got spruce wood. Actually, no, I think I got spruce wood over here, right? Oh yeah, we got spruce right here. Perfect. All we gotta do is get some leaves. But yeah, I'm thinking we have a little tree here, right about I think maybe here is good. And then in Litematica, we do have some other like schematics for other tree placements. Let's see what we got here. There we go. Yeah, I think that already looks good. I think we'll just do these trees. These are all the exact same like design, which I don't want. I want them to be different. So yeah, I'm gonna like mix it up. I'm not gonna make them exactly the same. I will, however, just mark these spots. That way I know where they're at and where they're supposed to go. Then I can come back later. Jesus. Then I can come back later and sort of just finish things up. Not gonna lie, guys, we are running low on frames right now. What is this? 20 FPS. My goodness. What is our render distance? Ah, that'll explain it. Turn that down. There we go. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, like, I do enjoy playing with shaders, man. Shaders is just so nice, and it removes that like anti-aliasing thing that I was talking about earlier. I don't know how I didn't notice that when I was building the actual terraforming area, actual land. I did not make tree plans for the rest of the area, but I probably would do that like in my like creative version of this world, just to see how it will look if we do actually change everything into these tall, spruce pine trees. Yeah, I think that's nice. Okay, so I'm not gonna actually do a time lapse for this part. I've done like time lapses all video. We're gonna just do a quick cut to the trees being done because this part's not really that important. What I am curious is to what we're going to do over here. I will show you guys probably what I'm thinking in my creative testing version of this world. And if it looks good, I'll do it. If it doesn't, I'm probably not going to do it. We'll kind of see how that goes. Hang on. I think this tree might be too close to the other. Let's remove this one. That here instead. Or actually, be a bit closer to the streets. Alright guys, we are back and we basically finished everything. We have the building here, which looks super cool. We have some trees. And we even built some power lines. Now, ignore the fact that those trees back there aren't finished. I actually didn't finish all the trees. And the reason why is because I figured I probably should just save that for a stream. I actually did stream today. And I did get some trees done. We also kind of like came up with the idea of the power lines. If you guys ever do have ideas for anything in the city, definitely just join the streams or comment down below. I'm always open to ideas. But yeah, I kind of like the way these power lines look. It kind of makes the city like feel bigger. You feel definitely a lot smaller. I feel like honestly I didn't feel very small until I added the power lines. I feel like they added a big, like, I don't know, scale, like impact or whatever you want to call it. Now I do want to show you guys a bit of a sneak peek into the next episode. First of all, we need to redo the iron farm. Guys, we got too many iron golems over here. It ain't making iron no more. This right here is supposed to be the next, like, the new iron golem farm, basically. This is like a little old iron factory, something that's kind of like worn down, you know, kind of been here for a while, but still works, still in a, you know, commission. And I have to finish that building. I'm probably going to finish out on stream. And then I am thinking about what's going to go here. And this is probably going to bleed over into the next episode, but we're definitely going to be doing something here. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys exactly what I've planned. I'm going to just move these shulker boxes out of the way real quick. Guys, we got to move all these chests out the way because this spot's about to start getting filled in very quickly. On stream, I went ahead and made some schematics for a couple of things. I'm going to go ahead and just, well, bam, there you go. You can see we got cars designed. You know what I'm saying? We got this nice little truck with the trailer. We got some other smaller cars, some SUVs. I even have a, let me see, I got SUV right here on the road going up to the Manor. And then we also have some power lines that are like on the side. Now these are going to be made out of concrete. These aren't going to be wood. These are going to be concrete power lines similar to this one over here. And then I also have this building right here. Now, I don't know if this is what I'm actually going to go with quite yet. Reason why is because obviously in the first episode I said I want this to be a rural city. And they do have these buildings in rural areas, but I have to play it like strategically. I don't know. I don't think I should have it too close to the street because when it's really close to the street, that gives off like a downtown vibe. There's two things that really play into like what makes something urban or rural, and that's like how close together the buildings are and then how close to the street they are. And these buildings are already really close together because they are, you know, that sort of like older style market rural building that can also be in urban areas as well. So I'm trying to decide whether or not I should have it closer to the street or further. And honestly, I've been thinking about this for the last like 30 minutes. I've been kind of just playing around, moving it back and forth and trying to see like what I want to do. I'm going to actually rotate this too, because we could do it like this as well, which I don't think looks bad at all. Just I don't know exactly how I'm going to like do the sides though, I'm gonna be honest. Actually, it'd be kind of cool if I did that since this part's diagonal anyways. I can just make the side diagonal and kind of leave the front straight. That could actually work. That might not be a bad idea at all, actually. And I really want this tree to be here, I'm gonna be honest. That tree would be kind of nice. It's gonna help break up the look of it. Help it look more rural. I don't know, guys. If you guys make it this far in the video, comment down below which side should this building face. Should it face the gas station or should it face the old iron factory? Because I'm literally lost. I have no idea. I don't think they look bad either way. I don't think I'd be upset, you know, either way. And besides, if we end up having it face this way, I'm sure I'm just going to detail it really nicely on the sides to where it looks good regardless. So it doesn't really matter that much. I'm probably going to go with this way only because the idea that I just had of making this part diagonal would be nice because I wouldn't have to redesign it, because this is diagonal road and that is something I didn't think about when I designed this in creative. But this road right here is straight, so it definitely plays into the straighter facade of the actual buildings. But I gotta say, guys, look at this angle right here. This is a nice angle. Ignore the gaping hole here with no road or ground. This is a nice view. You got the beautiful mountains there. You got these nice tall pine trees, little old iron factory. To the left, you got, you know, we're in the gas station. You got the manor up there, and then we got these cool buildings. They don't really exist yet, but they're there. We're coming with ideas. We gotta add more streetlights too. That's something I forgot about. But yeah, guys, that's something I'm gonna be working on the next episode. I'm also probably gonna be building a farm too. Oh, ignore the fact that my skin is not my normal skin. For some reason, my internet has been tweaking around and I've been offline forever now. Yeah, actually, my stream crashed 3 times today. Like, I don't know what's going on with my internet. They won't let me do anything. But yeah, I think I like this, and especially now that the sun's setting. Looking cool. It's gonna look even better once the blocks are actually there, because when you're in schematic, it doesn't actually like show the proper lighting. It kind of looks darker than normal. Can I sleep, please? Now, before I wrap up today's episode, I do want to mention that I actually did get another idea during the stream I had today, and that is to make some lake houses right on over the lake we have here. So, if you guys didn't know, we built this pretty cool curved road going right over this natural lake that spawned here. And there's like all this land over there, but I'm mainly looking at this spot right there. I feel like all of this right here can be a nice, like, I guess, like, I don't know how to say it, just a bunch of lake houses. Maybe like 4 or 5 of them, kind of just on the water / on the land. And from here, you get the cool view of Pinecrest Valley. And from Pinecrest Valley, you get a really cool view of these nice lake houses. That's what I'm kind of thinking of for the future. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. No pun intended, because I'm probably going to actually make a bridge to get over there. But that means that this road has to stretch all the way this way, and we're probably going to have another road kind of come like through here-ish. So like right through here. That way these estates have plenty of space to like have plenty of houses, plenty of room. And this might just start the suburban area, or at least a suburban area of Pinecrest Valley. Because if you guys didn't know, this is Pinecrest City. This is the city we're working on right now. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I plan on working on a bunch of different cities throughout the series, as much as I possibly can before I die in this hardcore world. So yeah, that's just kind of the start. We don't have any suburban areas quite yet, no living quarters. We kind of just been working on the more like inner town and smaller cities and smaller towns, stuff like that. Besides the manor, but that's my home. I gotta have a home, guys. Which, by the way, I forgot to mention, we actually removed those like quartz fence with end-rod things and replaced it with stone. I feel like the quartz was just clashing so much. Every time I kind of like stood in the gas station and looked at it, it just felt too clashy. So I just decided to just replace it with a stone hedge. And I'm going to just put some more trees in there. And I feel like it's going to help a lot. I feel like it's already helped quite a bit. It doesn't look nearly as clashy as it did before. Once those trees are filled in, it's going to look like nice and tall and kind of like blocked off. So, because I don't really want the manor to be too visible from down here, because it looks closer. If you don't add things like trees or other objects in between you and a large object, that large object is going to look a lot closer than what it actually is, which is going to kind of give you a false sense of how close something actually is. That's why I like to use trees. Trees help kind of push away buildings because it gives you something to compare it to, especially when you're on shaders, because then you get shadows and you get all these different things, all this, you know, environment and what am I trying to say? Atmosphere. That's what I'm trying to say. Atmosphere. Not gonna lie, I'm having a bit of a yap session. I'm gonna go ahead and end this one here. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this one, be sure to drop a like and subscribe to the channel. I have a lot more ideas for this world, as long as I don't die, because this is hardcore. And yeah. Oh yeah, I also want to say I started naming roads, guys. I'm taking this city serious. You guys think I was? You guys thought I was playing? You guys really thought I was playing when I said I'm building it? That was weird. You guys thought I was playing when I said I'm building a modern city in hardcore survival? I'm not playing, guys. I'm not playing. We're gonna make this as realistic as possible, guys. I'm even dedicated to making road signs from maps, guys. Like, it's gonna be crazy. Make sure you guys stay tuned to the series. This is gonna be absolutely awesome. As long as I don't die, there's gonna be some very cool projects in this world. But yeah, that's enough for this one. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace, love, and understanding always.